I'm in a pretty good mood at the moment. I'm in an aliens themed mood. So we are taking a look at my dog alien figure. Disclaimer, as much as it pains me to admit it, he's broken. It was my fault, alright? I tried stiffening up the joints and two of them froze. The neck hinge there, and his elbow there, so I stuck a ratchet joint in it, meaning he has a detachable elbow. My fault, I tried stiffening up with glue and didn't have any acetone to undo the glue. Everything else worked fine though. So here is the dog Xenomorph. Just hold on. Zoom in here, as you can see, very nice detail. You get a nice dome there. I'm trying, as you can see, it's kind of like a smoky black at the front, and then it goes back, and it's back black here again. This is the second version. This is the re-release, so it's a bit grey, but it also comes off very brown on camera, which is weird. He has a nice bone structure here. He has his big hip blades, not Giga, well, Giga-esque, but not designed by Giga. And he comes with this ridiculous long tail with a nice blade on the end. I quite like the dog alien's design overall. I just didn't feel that Alien 3 was a very good movie. The assembly cut's better than the proper version. I meant the theatrical version, but both are pretty shit in my opinion. I mean, they're just depressing overall, both of them, and they make me sad. They really make me sad. They set my depression off. Still, here it is. Now, you do have a gimmick, like with all Neca Xenomorphs. You can deploy the inner jaw. Looks pretty good. Sorry if my camera's a bit blurry, but it does capture the detail there fairly well. Maybe I'll get to zoom in on that. Don't know. Doesn't want to zoom in for some weird reason. Let me try. No, it's not zooming in. So here it is. You've got some nice membrane detail here. You got rib section there, this part of the costume, the legs, the pads on the feet, which are a very interesting design choice. I do like that. And also the back here. You got these nice shoulder blades. I do like these shoulder blades. These hip blades are cool too, but they do inhibit from the design. And if I had the McFarlane Toys one, I would do a comparison, but I'm just not really that interested in McFarlane, simply because I feel their figures, even though they got great sculpts, I like their sculpts on their figures, I feel that they're very lackluster, if you know what I mean, in articulation. And that's why I prefer Neca, because I think Neca just, I mean, they may have quality control issues every now and again, but that's like every company, and I'm quite a big fan of Neca because they do so much well with these licenses. Now my jaw was a little bit twisty at first, but I managed to get it so that it hinges, because I could feel how gummy the plastic was, and I managed to break the glue seal. Now it hinges perfectly fine. The inner mouth does fall out, and then you grab it, pull it, and you feel a soft click, like a soft friction hold into place, and it does do that, and you can swing it up and down and left and right, so you can do some weird stuff with it. You can even bite his own tongue, which would be very painful. Another thing as well is you can sort of lock the jaw there. You can lock it, and then it'll unclick, which is a bit of an I don't think that's deliberate. I think that's just something that happened. Now, you don't have to have this guy displayed like this. He does come with a clear display stand. Mine's busted, but I did manage to glue it, and I can't get it remote because it's currently holding up another figure. If you want to check it out, just Google another person. Just Google Nick Hostetter's review, or Outside the Box reviews, or the Review Spot, or something. Just Google someone else. Or just Google Neca Alien stand, and it should come up. You can display this guy in a variety of ways. I'm just going to adjust the posing, just to get him stood up, just so that I don't spoil the articulation, just because I do want to show you that. I don't like spoiling things before their actual debut, unless it's a movie. I like spoiling it for myself. Sorry, I've been around Sheffield too long, in Yorkshire. So here it is. I kind of prefer it in its four-legged stance. I'll just angle the torso there, kind of make it look a bit more xenomorphy. So as you can see, it's a very tall figure, roughly 9 to 10 inches long. This tail is roughly the length of the figure. Okay, so for your articulation, you have a hinge at the jaw. Your inner mouth can deploy. Your head goes up and down, and I've actually popped this off with heat, and it's actually on a slide. It's like a sliding cut joint, so it rotates here, but then it slides up and down. You would have a neck hinge there that would go up and down like this, but it's broken, and I'm never doing that again because it looks stupid. Pin and socket joints at the shoulder, and then a hinge that goes out to the side. No bicep swivel. You get double jointed elbow, which rotates at the elbow on both points, so you can rotate at the forearm and rotate the elbow. Now, even though the other one is busted, it does work, as you can see. The only difference is you can pop it off like he's had battle damage, so kind of an unintentional gimmick. You get a hinge and swivel at the wrist. I know what you're thinking, why do I break my figures? I'm just heavy-handed with them, and plus they keep falling off the shelf. I have bad luck, I need a better shelf. Then you get, if I just get his arms out of the way, then you get a mid-torso ball joint, which can rotate, can rock side to side, can go back decent amount, and forward decent amount. Not the most, but it's a decent amount, I think. Then your legs are also on the pin socket joint. They can go forward and back. They also have a hinge, and they link out to the side, but as you can see, ever so slightly, just because of these hip bones. Yeah, you can, which is quite a feat in my opinion for an action figure. You can get a leg going really high up, like he's doing ballet or something. You can also do the same with Gypsy Danger figures, at least my Ultimate one can, for some reason. You'll probably see that in the review of that. You get an upper thigh swivel. Most of the new modern figures have this leg style joint. I do remember the old Xenomorph they released had a V-cut in the legs and a cut joint in the mid-thigh. I don't like the V-cut very much. I think it's pretty stupid. Because your leg, when you're trying to sit them down, your leg just goes out here and it just looks weird. You have a double joint at the knee, which works well. You can even shift it like that. And if you straighten out all the way, it looks like a cohesive unit, which is nice, but unfortunately it's not how the dog alien is actually supposed to be displayed. Doesn't matter though. This one's a tad bit looser. Now, usually on the normal Xenomorph, this is where the foot would be, but on this specific version and the Alien Isolation Xenomorph, as well as the Queen, you have a back bent knee, which hinges and rotates. So that acts as your foot rotation, like you would on a ball joint. And what's cool about the actual foot piece itself is it's very Marvel Legends-like. Remember how I talked about in my Scarface video about how they could do it with maybe the Predators? Well, surprisingly, they did it here. Instead of just being a ball joint, it actually has a hinge which goes very far back, nice amount forward, and it has a ankle pivot. Now let's get to the Glen Webb stance, as I call it. Quick thing as well, nice, strong bendy wire in the tail. And I mean, a fantastic bendy wire. Right, now for the Glen Webb stance. So here he is, with both his feet flat on the floor. This is just a gorgeous figure. You can, oh yeah, excuse the smoky detail in the joints, that's why I did the super glue trick. You can really see just how well this guy looks. I think this is one of my favourite Xenomorph designs. I do like this figure a lot. It's my first Xenomorph figure, my first Alien figure from NECA, and they've gone above and beyond. The detail is fantastic. The sculpting, the paint, the articulation. Yeah, it might have had a few QC issues, such as really loose joints, but I was able to tighten most of them up, albeit from fucking two of them up. But the one thing they've never failed on with joints-wise is the bendy wire, at least from what I know. My tail's a little bit warped, unfortunately. I know what you're thinking, that may be exasperating it, but it is. Either way, this is a gorgeous piece, and I can properly show you the inner mouth now if I just get the camera to focus here. Here we go. As you can see all the nice detail there. It's a gorgeous figure. I do recommend anyone who is a fan of Alien pick this up, even though it may be from a very crappy movie. I think the creature should be applauded overall. Now, if you want to see this guy in action, just watch Alien 3. And I know I wouldn't usually say that, but this guy is the reason to watch Alien 3. Let's give him a size comparison with the Deacon here. Now this guy is slightly crouched, so we'll slightly crouch the Deacon. He is enormous. The dog alien is massive. I mean, he is massive. Here he is with the Ultimate Scarface box, also from Neca Toys. You can just see he's nearly the same size as the box. He's a big, big boy. Also, this box for my Ultimate Gypsy Danger, which I keep all my other figure accessories in. He definitely comes up close to that box. Yeah, this has a... Just open it up and show you. It's got all my extra accessories, including a Marvel Select Thanos hand. I do like Marvel Selects. I think they're like Neca in a way with their sculpts. Maybe not so much in articulation, but their sculpts are very good. I've only got one figure so far. I hope to pick up the Civil War version of Captain America. Still. I'm going to give this guy a 9 out of 10. He would get a 10 out of 10, provided he didn't have loose joints problems. Actually, you know what? I will give him a 10 out of 10, because joints can vary from figure to figure. He's got great detail. His sculpt is absolutely beautiful. His sculpt is, like I said, it's outstanding. The paint is gorgeous on it, and the articulation is flawless. In how many movement points it has, how many points of movement it has. It's flawless. They couldn't have given this guy more if they tried, I don't think. I don't know. My only gripe on my copy was, well, loose joints, and stiffening them failed horrifically on the neck and the elbow, but to be honest, I never use that neck joint really, so, you know, it never matters. It never matters to me. Still, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.